During Minecon of 2020, we got the announcement of the Deep Dark, and we know for a fact that this is the biome that is coming in 1.18, containing a new mob called the Warden and a bunch of really cool blocks. So in today's video, we are looking at 2 add-ons, which brings us a little bit closer to having the Deep Dark in Minecraft. Our first add-on is called Bunch of Skulk, made by Lone Matt, which introduces a bunch of the Skulk blocks, and there's even a few items that the creator thinks should be added as well. And the first thing that we're looking at is called the Skulk Shoot. The Skulk Shoot does end up turning grass blocks into a Skulk block, and then voila, it starts to spread all over the place. So anywhere that there is grass block, it will just end up turning into something random. Now for the blocks that you can find, you got the Skulk Trap, the Skulk Body, and the Skulk Vines. And you can even occasionally find yourself Skulk Sensors. There is an option that you do have to turn on if you do want those to generate. And on top of that, there's also dead variants of the same blocks. There is the Dead Skulk Shoot, the Dead Skulk Trap, the Skulk Dead Body, and the Dead Skulk Vines. After a short amount of time, these blocks will just simply break. If I place these down anywhere inside the world, then these will just simply start to break. I don't really think that you need to build these, because they just break. Like, what's the point of building with them if they just end up breaking? For the Skulk Trap, this is the type of block that you do have to be careful around, because if you're down in the lower regions, these will generate in certain places, and they will also cause damage to the player, about 3 arts of damage per hit. So if I place on the chicken, it does not affect mobs whatsoever. It will only affect players. So if I step on this, then it will simply activate. And if I place the chicken does not activate that trap, so it's only going to damage the players. And it does hurt quite a bit. Ouch, ouch, I can definitely feel on my feet. That really hurts. This also has a really cool animation as well. So you got yourself these teeth that are coming in. And matter of fact, if you do break it, then you will end up getting yourself 2 drops. You can get yourself the Skulk Side Tooth, and you can also get Skulk. So if you get 4 of those, and you put those aside there, then you can get yourself some Skulk Bodies. If you get yourself Dead Skulk Bodies, you can actually craft 2 new blocks. You got the cut and polished Dead Skulk Bodies. If you want the polished variants, you can get 4 Dead Skulk Bodies, and if you want the cut variant, then that's going to be using 4 polished Dead Skulk Bodies. But however, you can also go and put in the polished block right inside of here, and you can get yourself the cut variant that way. And there's also the Skulk Vines. The Skulk Vines, they will end up breaking if you place them down this way, but however, if you do get yourself the block, then you can place them wherever you want, and they will simply stay put. And as I mentioned, there's also the dead variants as well. And finally, we're on to the new items. To begin with, we have the Skulk Radar, which is crafted from 2 redstone dust, 1 Skulk Tendril, which can be found when you place on the Skulk Shoots, 2 redstone torches, 1 bucket in the middle, and 1 note block. So then we get the Skulk Radar. The Skulk Radar will be able to detect a new type of block, which is called the Skulk Core. If you're lucky enough, you might be able to find one of these lovely geodes. If I go and break these blocks, we also get ourselves a secondary block inside of there, which is the Skulk Side Shell. If I break that, we can find ourselves the Skulk Core. But once you do break it, then all of the Skulk blocks, they will start to die off, and then you have to be very quick to collect those if you want any hopes of getting these new blocks that I showed you earlier. But you also get this really cool particle effect, which is like blue mist coming out of it, and I love that quite a bit. And once you place it down, then you get yourself a whole bunch of different blocks around that area, and then you can do it all over again. And if you have silk touch, you can also go and collect those and take them back home with you. And if you have silk touch, you can also go and collect those and take them back home with you. You might be able to get yourself some Skulk Core fragments, which is used for a new pair of boots, which I will show you in a few moments. Now going back to the Skulk Radar, how this works is that within a 20 block radius, it will search for a certain spot where a Skulk Core could end up spawning inside your game. And then if you listen carefully, it will just keep on continuously beeping. But however, if you're really far away, then it will just beep slowly and slowly and slowly until it eventually just stops. Now remember when I broke this block, the Skulk Trap, and I ended up getting that tooth item? Well, this tooth item, in conjunction to the Skulk Side Plate, they can be used to make new types of armor. You can make the Skulk Side Helmet, then the Skulk Side Chest Plate, then there's also a sword as well. Plus, if you get yourself those cores that we found earlier, then you can get yourself the soft Skulk boots. These have very low durability and they also have very low protection. But these boots, they do look extremely stylish. These armor pieces, they do look pretty cool. So the head is like a skull of some sorts. Pretty cool looking thing. This is what the Skulk mod looks like. Ooh, that's a pretty cool animation when it spawns into your game. Then there's also the lurker, which comes in from the ground and then it comes up to the surface. And this is one creepy looking dude. We're going to go ahead and test out this sword. This actually has the same attack damage as like a stone sword. So it's definitely not the best sword that you can craft. But these are going to be super effective when you're taking down these Skulk mobs, such as the lurker and the mite. So if I go ahead and take this down, I think we give it the wither effect. I think that's what the sword does. Is in the wither effect. Okay, that's pretty cool. So you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and take them out. And that is another way that you can get the teeth right there. If I take down these mites, then we can get ourselves Skulk. That is horrifying. Oh, that is just so scary. He's like running after me with his mouth open. Oh, definitely a creature I want to stay away from. But I'm going to have to get closer and go and take him out. Oh my goodness, that is so creepy. Oh, that blue tongue. He has been drinking too much blueberry juice. It actually doesn't do that much damage. It kind of just stings a little. Okay, like it just does half a heart of damage every time it hits you. So this guy, if you have full diamond armor, definitely going to be an easy walk in the park. But I want to know, how much damage does he do without any armor? So spawning the lurker, let's go ahead and let him attack us. Oh, come on, buddy. I know you want to attack us. Oh, wait. If he's staying really still, he doesn't know we're here. But the moment we move, then I think he'll notice that we're here. Yep, he's noticed. Okay, so he does 2 arts of damage every time he hits you. Let's do that again. Come on, hit me. Hit me. Please hit me. There we go. So about 2.5 arts of damage. So let's go spawn in this guy. How much damage do you do, buddy? About 2 arts of damage. I mean, like, I have a feeling that if a bunch of these were to come after you, then it would be quite scary. And you know what? Let's throw in some lurkers as well. This is absolutely scary. They're all after me. But we're going to take a look at a second add-on, which introduces more deep dark stuff, but also introduces the mob that we all want. Just real quick, this was the bunch of Skulk add-on that we just looked at. If I click on this, if you want Skulk sensors to load into your world, you need to make sure that you click on the gear icon and turn on Skulk sensor to on, and make sure the Caves and Cliffs option is on as well. A few days ago, we looked at a Minecraft add-on, which was called Warden and Archaeology, created by EndroBR. Now, within this add-on, not only is there archaeology features, but there's also deep dark features. Now this doesn't exactly introduce the deep dark, but wherever you go below Y0, then you will find yourself a bunch of Skulk blocks. You can find the Skulk Traps, the Skulk Blocks, and even the Skulk Growth. And unlike the other add-on, there is no spreading mechanic whatsoever, so these are just simply blocks that you can build with. And there's also the Trap, which instead of having an animation like the other one did, it actually just instantly changes, but it is a little bit bugged out right now. It will work a little bit better if you're playing on non-beta, but if you're playing on the beta version like I am, then it might be a little bit bugged out. So does it damage you? Okay, so it gives you the wither effect, and there's also the Skulk Shoot as well, but in this add-on is called the Skulk Birth. This actually doesn't do anything whatsoever either, so try to keep that in mind. But for the one feature that I'm sure many of you want is the Warden. So if you ever wanted to fight the Warden or see the Warden early, well, now is your chance to do so. He is incredibly happy to be added. Yes, Warden, you're finally added to the game after all this time. The Warden mob, he is an extremely creepy character. It's definitely going to be a really big challenge inside of the game. Now, the way that the Warden will detect where you are is if you make any kind of vibrations. And the Skulk sensors are even telling you as well if you're not careful. So the Warden's right here. If I make too many vibrations, so come on, Warden, get very angry. Please, I want you to attack me. So he'll do the little roaring animation, and then he'll come right after you. And if you're not wearing full set of netherite armor, then he will just pretty much kill you instantly. So make sure that you wear netherite armor. If I go in and take off the armor, of course he did kill us about 3 hits, but 3 hits is a lot better than 1 hit. So let's come over to the Warden mob. He will also attack you if you attack him. He literally just slapped us across our face. He's like, how dare you attack me? I'll just annihilate you. So he literally just killed us instantly. So he's going to be a very scary mob indeed. I am incredibly excited to see the Warden introduced to the game. There's going to be a lot of people out there that will literally just try to take out the Warden. All we know is his abilities, all we know is what he looks like, and we know for a fact that he may not even have a drop. I do want to hear your thoughts down below in the comments on what you think of these add-ons. If you do want to get any of these add-ons, there will be links down below in the description. If you enjoyed today's video, then please consider leaving a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss an upload. And I will catch you next time. Goodbye.